channel. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how to make this shirt. So basically it's the type of stripy shirt that has like a patch at the it's usually going to be an oversized shirt, right? So this is what so this is how you start to make it. So determine the length you want yours to be. So let's say I want mine to be 30 inches plus the seam allowance. That's the length is going. So since I'm working with 30 inches, you will notice that this is my back panel. So the width of this is going to be my hip divided by 4 plus 1.5. That is what I have here. So my hip divided by 4 is 12 plus 1.5 is going to be 13.5. So that's the width here. And I want my shirt plus every similarity. So this is what I have here. For the back, you see my tape is at 30 here, and then I stopped at 6, right? The back panel. So this upper part now, I'm going to have that 6 inches plus extra 1 inch. So you see, I have that 6 inches back here, right? Plus extra 1 inch. The 1 inch is going to be half an inch to join this part to this. This is going to be to join this down here. Once you've determined the back, so you see the back here, the lines are going this way, right? And then the front as well, the lines are going this way, but the one that is going to run across the back is going to look something like this. It's going the other way. So now just make sure that you cut exactly the same width again, and then this is my front panel. So for my front panel, I'm going to use my back panel to cut it, but this time around I'm going to make sure that the whole length of the top is going to be 30 inches that I'm working with. Like I've already said, I want 30 inches to be the shirt length with seam allowance and everything. So if I measure it, you'll find that the whole shirt is 30 from the beginning to the end. This one is less than 30, but when I add this one to it, it's going to be 30 back. So now, in addition to that, towards the width, I'm going to make sure I have about 2 inches or 2.5. This is going to be for my button placket. So once you have that done, next thing is going to be to go ahead and join this piece together. So I'm going to take this now and join it to the back panel. So I'm going to open up my back panel. Once we join it, then we can come back and start to cut the shirt. So this is the back panel. I'm just going to take this piece here, open it and join it at the upper part using half an inch, and then we'll come back and cut the. So guys, now that it's joined, you'll see I've made it here. All I have to do is just to go ahead and start putting in my measurements. So I've joined this together. You see my seam here, close it back, and now all I have to do now is just to start inserting my measurements. So this is going to be my shoulder part. Go up to the shoulder, add your shoulder measurement divided by 2. You could do your shoulder measurement divided by 2, maybe plus 1/4 of an inch, because if you're trying to make it oversized, right? So I'm going to do, my shoulder is supposed to be 8, but I can do 8.2 just to make it a little oversized. And then I'm going to come down that slope, and then I'm going to insert my armhole here, which normally would have been at 9, but I could do 9.2. Just everything is just slightly over more than what is supposed to be, but not too much. And then on the bust, my bust measurement divided by 4 is supposed to be somewhere here at 11 here, but I'm going to do plus extra 1.5 here. You could do more it depends on how oversized you want it to be, right? But I don't want it too big, so I think this should be okay. My bust is usually supposed to be about 43, but I've already added more, so that is okay. And like I said, the hip divided by 4 plus 1.5 is the weight of the cloth. So the 0.5 is going to be my ease, right? So all I have to do now is just to go ahead and just connect this all the way down like this on the corner of this shirt here, and that is it. So give it a curve round here, go up to the neckline, mark 3 inches of neck width, connect the shoulder slope from here to here. Next thing is going to be to come down 1 inch of neckline, neck depth here, and that is it. So we're going to go ahead, cut this, cut the shoulder slope, cut the armhole, and cut off the excess. So guys, once you've cut out the armhole, cut the shoulder slope, cut the the 1 inch of neckline, this is what we're going to do. At this point now, you could separate the back from the front, right? So you see our back panel now has this joint here, and then this here is our armhole. So to the front, some few changes would still be made, which is just into this armhole, just chip off about 1/2 inch into this part here, just so that it doesn't bulk up in front here, just a little bit. And then to the front neckline, you're going to come down by extra 2 inches. We've done 1 inch already, so it's supposed to be 3 inch in total. So you're going to connect it to this point, and that is our neckline in front. So I'm going to cut this out and just chip off a little bit of fabric through the armhole. And the next thing is going to be that this space here, that extra 1/2 inch 2.5 that we left, or 2 inches that we left by the center, you're just going to take the inside of your fabric, fold it 1/2 inch first, and then fold it by 1 inch. This is a way of forming our placket for the inside of the shirt. So let me do it again. Turn it in by 1/2 inch first, and then fold it again by maybe 1 inch or 7.5, and that is it for your shirt placket, right? So you're going to do that all the way to the end, but don't forget, we still have to cut out this part here. So this here is going out. So we're going to cut this piece out so that will form the front neckline, because it's supposed to be deeper than the back neckline. And once that is done, the next thing is going to be to cut our sleeve. So I'm also going to cut this part out, and then we go ahead and cut our sleeve. So for the sleeve, I'm actually not going to be adding any cuffs to it. I've already made a video on how to make like shirt cuff on my channel, but this one I just want it to have like a bold band at the end, because I'm going to be turning it up, right, when I wear it. So this is it here. So now what I'm going to do is that this is what I'm using for the sleeve, and then you see I have 2 of them here. So I'll go to one end here. The fabric is folded into 2. So whatever your armhole is divided by 2, you could go ahead and add about 1.5 to it, because of the 1.5 excess that we have. And this is an oversized shirt. You don't want, as you're joining it, so it doesn't cut off at some point at the armhole. You want it to be able to go through the whole armhole. So the next thing is just to come down here by, let's say, 4 inches down. And then from this point here, connect it all the way to the end here. Find halfway through this line, give it a curve below like this, and then give it a curve above like this. We formed our armhole. The next thing is going to be, from this point, find where your elbow is supposed to be. So let's say it's somewhere at 14 or 13. And then you're going to insert round your elbow, maybe plus 1.5 again, because remember we're trying to make it a little bit big, or you could do plus 2 inches, right? So let's say I decide to do 9 here, and down here I just subtract 1 inch from whatever I used here and do 8 here. So now I just connect from this point here to this point here, and then to this point here, and that is it. So all I have to do is just to go ahead, cut this out, cut from the bottom, and then go all the way to the top, and that is it for my sleeve. So guys, that is it for my sleeve. So you see I've cut this out. So I'm going to set my sleeve aside, and then I just remembered something else. So we're going to put this back, rest this one on top of it, because I wanted to, in case if you don't want your own to be square at the end, you could also give it a curve at the end of the shirt, right? So in case if you want it to have a curve, one thing you could do is maybe towards the end of the shirt here, you could go up by, let's say, by this corner of the shirt here, this point at the end here, you could go up by, let's say, 2 inches, right? You could do 2 inches from this point here, right? And then you could just go in almost like the same way we marked our sleeve. So you go in first and then you come back out, right? Just to give it this slant curve. Or if you don't want to do that, you could just go straight and just give it like a straight curve down. So next thing is going to be to cut it out. So we're going to go ahead and cut this piece out from this point. If you want, you could do even more than 2 inches. So you could do up to 3 inches, but I think this is okay for me. I don't want it to curve. So this is what we have at the bottom of the shirt, right? Just a little curve here. So I could also bring it further in here, just to reduce the length of the shirt a little. It also gives it style. So I'm going to just go up some more, and that is it, right? So about 2.5 is what I did here. So that's basically it. So all I have to do now is open up the back of my shirt, and then take, this is the back here, you see? This is what we are working with. You see a little curve at the bottom. Join the shoulder on this side, on one side here. Join the shoulder on the other side here, like this. And then go ahead, fold my placket like I showed you before. Fold my placket like I showed you before on the other side. Insert the sleeve on this side, insert the sleeve on this side. Close up my corners and hem the end of my clothes. And then we'll come back and finish up the shirt placket. The collar. So guys, this is it here. So after that, you're going to cut piece that is about, let's say 3.5 inch, 7 inches of width. So when it's folded into two, it's going to be 3.5, and then you're going to fold it into two, close the end, and then you're going to make sure that the length here is going to be the same length from one end of your collar to the other end of the collar. And then you're going to, you know how we normally put in a waistband, so when you close up this end, so guys, now that you folded the end, you're going to tuck it in with 1/2 inch, and then you're going to take one end here, put it inside here, and then sew it like a waistband using 1/2 inch all the way to the other end of the collar. And that is it. All you have to do is just go ahead, put buttons on one side and put buttonhole on the other side. You see how I hemmed the end of my shirt? I tried to fold it with a thick band, so I folded it with about 2 inches. So that's how I want the end of the shirt to be. In case if you're wondering what the length I started out with, it's about 22, and then I hemmed in the rest and ended up with 19. So that's basically it. So let me go ahead and finish up my collar. So guys, this is what it looks like. You see the neckline is done. So all I have to do is just to put button here, put my placket, my buttonhole on one end. So this is the sleeve. I'm yet to iron it better, but this is what it looks like at the moment. And this is the back here. I've made it in different colors, so I have it darker blue and this one. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next videos. Please like and subscribe. Bye.